Hello, my queens, and welcome back to the Pain is Power podcast. So, I felt called all last night, and all just the last couple of days. Well, this whole thing really has been about me realizing that I need to surrender and let go and trust the process, and just trust that every day, what I need will be there, and I'll be able to give it to myself, and that kind of thing, right? Because I think for a really long time, this is why I've been talking about the masculine quite a lot, because for a really long time I feel like that was the part of me that needed to have control in order to not control, but yeah, just it needed to make sure that stability was guaranteed in my life. God, the sun is literally gorgeous. Sorry. But yeah, it was um I needed to have that stability. I needed to know that there was that there to support me, and just I needed to know that I had those things going on and stuff like that. And that's why I think a lot of us are so obsessive, being planning and organizing, so that so that we know that we've got things structured in the day, right? Because I think when you leave things open to well, not chance, but when you sort of surrender, it's there's no guarantee then that that you're gonna be all right, or that but sometimes that is the best thing, because then you're able to experience life fully as it is, for what it all is, rather than trying to have control all the time. I used to control. What I used to do is I used to make sure my life was good and I was happy, which is a good thing. It's a great thing. It's a survival thing that definitely, you know definitely benefited me, obviously, definitely served me. And I had such a nice, because I was always just grateful and humble, and I feel I just had a laugh in that. I just had a lot of music in my life, and just sport and stuff like that. I was a I was a busy girl, and I was happy. Obviously there were times of all kinds of emotions, because I've always felt my emotions at 100% max speed. It's not just a little cheeky cry, it's a hysteric bawl. No, I'm kidding, but that's now. I never used to really cry that much, to be fair. I was a happy girl. But it's just interesting, I've shifted into adulthood, right? Properly, because I always used to think I was a lot older than I was, and I always have been a little bit that way, right? But when I was younger, it's just funny. It's funny. I feel like I'm really an adult now, though, if you know what I mean, right? Because I feel only because I feel socially and just in life, all those responsibilities start to come to you, and it's all that kind of way. So I feel I've stepped. And do you know what, as well, why I feel I associate it with adulthood, is the fact that I've literally, my whole life has become monumentally boring. No, it hasn't. My life is full of gorgeousness and greatness, and I'm so grateful for every little thing and every little experience, and even myself and my life and my path and my journey. So do not get it twisted. I'm a grateful girlie. No, but it's just that's what happens in adulthood, but this is the things that I've been noticing, right? It's a couple of things, and I've made a couple of videos, and I've been speaking about it quite a lot. It's just I probably should get on TikTok a bit more and speak about these things, but I love just making my YouTube videos nowadays. Anyway, so what was I talking about, babe? Come, run it back, please run it back, please. Oh yeah, a couple things I've noticed since stepping into adulthood, if you will. Right, shush. Can you hear that train? Sorry if you can hear that train. But yeah, what was I saying now? I can't even remember, girls. I can't even remember. Oh yeah, so all these things that were coming up was the number one. I feel I'm having to be 10 times less of myself, but that could be to do with being in educational scenarios and settings as well, because I feel adulthood doesn't always come with you can still be yourself. It just is whether you choose to embody yourself, whether you choose to choose yourself, or whether you start to kind of settle down in ways that you feel is expected of you, or in ways that is necessary for your survival, which I feel I touched on in the last video about masculinity and survival, and even just live, what did I call it, live absurdly or something, the last one I posted, because I feel we become these really dampened down versions of ourselves. And this is what was coming through last night, and this is what I've noticed, is through adulthood you literally just become I feel I've had 10 times less of yourself. You're 10 times more worried and fearful. I really feel fear has penetrated my life and my being and my essence. When I was younger, I was so fearless. Boxing, rugby, get me there. And now I'm nah. Now I'm nah, I've got to do this shop, and Do you know what I mean? It's boring. I'm joking, no, but yeah, now I'm like, you have to think. Obviously, it just comes with life and comes with age and like having to obviously think about different things, and you do have to be more conscious, right? Just naturally, as like an evolution and as again like survival. Um, I was just talking about how we a lot like the last video I literally made was about how we make choices out of like almost sacrifice or um we make choices out of fear or like sacrifice based on fear. We make choices based on fear, not based off like love and like what we want for ourselves and all the grand, possibilities. We just settle for such a minuscule version of that. And that's what I feel like has kept coming up in adulthood, you know, um as it goes. And I'm not even deep in it. Like I can't even imagine those that are deep in it. Like fuck, my love goes out to you guys if you're deep in adulthood because that is crazy. And it is, hard, depressing. It's crazy. But it can also be beautiful, lovely. Kids are brilliant. Things come out of it, of course. Like, I'm not saying that adulthood, like, all I'm saying is that what I notice that as we get older, I can just feel the collective as everyone. Like, I always just feel like I can connected to like everyone. And I feel like I always go through these things and have these experiences and these times of like experiencing these things so that like I can relate to every single person in the world. Like I always feel like I have this multi-dimensional perspective or like multi-perspectival perspective, if you know what I mean. Like this like what would you even call it? Don't know, like sort of like a universal perspective or something. Well, there's obviously some places, there's probably still loads for me to learn and loads for me to like, there's so many experiences and things that I couldn't just say I understand or relate, like, because there's so many, like, as much as I have experienced many things, that means I'm able to see many people and love many people, and like I feel like I can see people regardless, right? That doesn't mean that I'm like fully, ascended or anything. What, I'm not even know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm just saying I'm not like, I don't know everyone's pain, obviously, but I can always imagine, I feel like, you know what I mean? And so like that's why I feel like when I talk about this, it's like I actually know that it's all of us. Like when it's me having my own thing, I'm like, yeah, but it's all of us too. Like I could sit there and say, oh, it's so hard being an adult or whatever. But then it's like some people sit there and turn around and say, well, I'm literally doing this, that, and this, that, and this, that, and this, that. Like, but I can imagine that that is crazy. You know what I mean? And I just want to bring it back because I'm so bad at just absolutely talking rubbish and going off a million tangents. I'm getting distracted because there's loads of planes in the sky. Oh, I love it when they've all got. Oh, anyway, right. And so yeah, this is what keeps coming up. So I've been feeling really like. So not only we spoke about the masculine and it's more like the physical world. When I talk about the masculine energy, I think I'm referring to like a physical energy of like the material world of like the 3D, finite, narrow, binary, sort of that kind of conventional. Like it reminds me of like heteronormativity, like just. And this is why, because I need to keep circling back to this, because it's not about masculine. It's a very brief word, very like I'm trying to explain it. It's not actually. That's just a very like it feels like masculine and feminine energy. You could describe it as that, but it's also like your higher dimensions and like the 3D. So it's like physical and spiritual. It's like those two kind of, and they're not polars. It's a vast spectrum, like I always say. But it's like we've spoken a lot about the physical masculine world because it's a patriarchy. It's a capitalist system. It's very masculine, and the female, feminine, creative, passion and all the rest of it is oppressed in this structural world, like the structure of the world that we are in. I put it nuts. Some man say I'm like the patriarchy. This is the thing. I'm absolutely wild, but I don't realize how wild I am until I'm like in the patriarchy. And I'm like, right. Well, it's not that I'm wild. It's just that this world is very oppressive. Yeah, to many people in many ways. Just to all of us, because us and our power is absolutely can't be happening. Us and our power is detrimental for the success of people that love to have control and that love to have power in the way that is not healthy and delicious and scrumptious, in a way that is vile and oppressive and murderous and abusive. Okay, so we know this, right? We know these things, right? I'm just trying to speak about things that we already know, but I'm trying to use language for things that doesn't really describe what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? That's when I'm saying masculine and feminine, because I'm talking about so much when I say I'm talking about literally the page, the whole, I'm talking about the structures in which we live in. This is a very like masculine centered world, or whatever it is, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to explain it any more and butcher it any further. Girl, please don't do that. She just took me. Oh, she's going again. Hang on, babe. You alright? I'm gonna have to put her down a bit. Do you want to see? Can you see? Wavertree Park right now. Oh. I think there's a little boy coming up on his bike, but hang on. And yeah, basically, the reason why I'm talking about all this is because I have realised that in me there is like this, and you could call it queer, but again, we're using a word for something that is so much more vast, and like I'm trying to explain like a whole with just the word queer. What I mean is like there's this energy in me that is like, you could say unconventional, like just you could say queer, yeah, like queer. It's like how we describe these energies. But what it actually is like me wanting like so much more from life, and because me knowing there's so much more in me than what the world tries to tell me there is, or tell me there's possible for me. Like what the like people and their limitations, and the limitations that we have unfortunately adapted and been conditioned by, or whatever, right? Oh no, the shade's coming to get me. I can see it creeping up. It was literally only over there, and now it's all creeping up. It's because that sunshine's moving, but what? Is it not going to go into that? We're safe here, right? Oh, I don't want the sunshine to leave me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, let's try and be quick before this shade comes to kill me. Oh, Slim Shady. What the hell? Oh, I was going to swear. Okay, so no swearing because we're good. We're good. Yeah, so let's just quickly round this off. This is why I really crave like female energy in my life, and like this is why sometimes when I haven't dressed up for a minute or like put a sequin on. I don't know if you can see my sequins right now. Can you see the sequins? Sometimes like just putting on a crazy outfit and getting all colourful and cutesy just makes you feel so, you know, like having a little dance around the kitchen and stuff like that, and just being all like feminine. I mean, I do look crazy. People think I'm nuts, but I don't care. I've lost all give a shit. And also, sorry, I swore again. Who cares? I've lost all cares. And clearly, and these glasses also make me feel like I'm in another dimension, so I can't even see anyone. I can't see them. They can't see me. Period. But yeah, so I do keep mistaking that bush for a person as well. It looks like someone's just standing there watching me, but it's just a big bush. Okay. Yeah, so this is what was coming through to me, and I've just been feeling like really in the need for like queer content, and I've been like watching like queer films, and I've just, oh my god, I picked up my mistakes were made. Mistakes Were Made by Meryl Wilsner. Hello, Meryl Wilsner. Can we have a little shout out for Meryl Wilsner just for a second? Because Meryl Wilsner, okay, wrote a belter of a book. Do you know what's funny? I just wanted a queer book, like back in second year. I wanted a queer book, so I ordered it on Amazon, ordered it all the way to the other wrong house anyway. Walked all the way there to go collect my stuff from this random person's house. So it was a mission to get, anyway. And then when I picked up this book, the first thing it said on the front was she's got a crush or she's in love or something. Good news is she's in love, but bad news is it's with her her best friend's mum. Or something like that. And I was like, this book is for me. This book is for me. Okay, I'm screaming. And also, the shade is coming to get me. Oh, I'm going to just pull over quick. Hang on. Pull over. I'm just going to pull over so that I don't get shaded. I just had this little, no one really cares what you're doing with your time. No one really cares what you're doing with your time. And it's that, open up the door. And that's just coming through because I feel like actually no one cares what you're doing. But I'm going to circle back to that in a minute. I'm going to talk about Meryl Wilsner quickly because, yes, that was the front of the book. And I was like, oh my God, this literal book is for me. And the picture in the front, I was like, this book is for me. And then I read it and it's absolutely brilliant. I feel like we need more Meryl Wilsner belters. Like, I have just ordered another one of hers. And she has another one as well with two footballers, which was actually quite good as well. I really liked it. Do you know what? Just being able to read about like women loving women, it's just so good. And I feel like basically what I'm saying is what came to me last night was like alternative families, and I was like, how bloody brilliant, or something. I think I probably swore, but because I was like, otherwise you're so limited by people's limited perceptions and like these binaries and these tiny little. But anyway, yeah, I've been feeling really drawn to queer like literature. So I've just bought 3 new queer books for me to read. Can't wait. I'm really excited. So I've got them. I've been watching like films and stuff, but then also I've just felt like really connected to like just like my queerness and like femininity, and just like just like feeling like just in love with women, and just like in love with like nature and the world. Not the world, but well, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is basically, right, is like when you read so in the book it's like it's an age gap relationship, and it's like queer and it's age gap, and it's like, well, and I did a reading for myself, and the deck that I have, it's called the Unfolding Path deck, and it has like all these really like modernized kind of like families on there. Like there's there's like lesbian couples, and like, do you know what I mean? There's like, it's like queer, right? And it's also like very representative and diverse. Like the deck and the photos that I use are just very so. And the Ten of Pentacles or something came out, right, and it's like these. It was just such an alternate family, like that was on there, like, and I didn't know if like. And the other one that is two women and like three babies or something, and I'm like, eh! And I just feel like the reason why this is all coming up is because right, we are so limited by our like fear, right? And so we suppress ourselves so much, and we are like actually like, and we're oppressed in many ways as well, right? But it's just like my love for women and like my queerness keeps me really free because it makes me, imagine different, imagine more, like imagine, because I have, not that I have no choice, but like, yeah, well, yeah, it's like I already turn up in a way that frees me, because it's like I have no choice but to be different, because I like women, so that means I'm not so it means that I'm not like the, whatever. And then it's like there's all these other things like that people have that mean that they can't fit into they can't just be normal or like whatever, right? And so sometimes normal is a privilege, but anyway, right? I feel like being abnormal in some kind of way is like the best thing to keep you free. Like I've just learned so much to embrace that now. Like in adult, like I said, adulthood really like take like, and even just like life itself just tries to minimize you into the tiniest little version of yourself, because again, us in our power is offensive and scary to those blah 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 blah. Us in our power is not wanted, but I feel like fear is so boring, right? We bore our lives off, right, based around fear, and fear of judgment, fear of people not accepting us, fear of all kinds of things, right? Keeps us so like stuck and narrow. Where I feel like I had like with my queerness, it's like I'm not going to fit in the box anyway, or with my like just who I am sometimes, like, I'm just not going to fit in the box bloody anyway. I might as well, be myself and enjoy my life, and actually like leave myself open to the alternative options, and like, ugh, diversity, like anything could happen. Anything could so I'm saying anything could happen, and that's why you just can't limit yourself, because otherwise then it's just boring. And I said to myself last night that freedom is so powerful, and once you get a little taste of it, this is what it's all been about, like the whole Boomtown thing, the whole like coming away from work, not working, like how the hell have I actually survived after, like I worked my booty off when I was younger because I needed that stability, and now I'm like, I've just been flying away, like, because it all felt really really guided. Like I feel like I did just shackles off my wrist when I quit that job, like shackles from like generations and ancestral like shackles. Like I say to my mum all the time, like, you work too much, and it's like these are the things that we just get absolutely shackled by. And that's what it is. It's like the devil card in the tarot deck. It's like the way in which this world completely and utterly like shackles us and brings us down to the tiniest little, insiest little, versions of ourselves, when there is just so much more to us. And I'm aching and itching to see that from all of you, and every single one, like every single one. I just want everyone to be free of their limits and these silly things that just keep us all cooped up and boring. And it's not even about being boring. It's like we it's about cooped up and, depressed because we don't know what's wrong with us, but it's so many things. It's like we just miss us. I miss you, and you miss you. I miss you, and so do you. Do you know what I mean? Like, we miss ourselves so much, and we miss the potential of life. And I just feel it in the collective. Like, we're so, especially with like technology and just like COVID and stuff like that, like we are so disconnected from one another, and and it's killing us all. And I can feel it because it's killing me as well. And I miss us. And as much as I love my solitude now, and I probably would preferably spend a lot of time on my own now, it's still like a human need and want just for like people to be, I just want to indulge in people's deliciousness, like in your queerness, like queerness not even meaning like homosexual love. I mean queerness is in like, I don't know if you should go hate me, I'm just saying everything under the sun, like might as well drop the C-bomb or something, do you know what I mean? Nah, I never would. What was I talking about? Hate you. Hate you massive. We are so separated, but we love each other. Literally, we're so separated, but we literally love each other. We're in love. What was I talking about, babe? It's a must do to interact. I don't know. Oh my lord, I don't know. I'm just going to round this video up and saying that all I want is to be able to experience your deliciousness. Like, I want to be able to experience everyone in their full authentic expression, like their full. I wish everyone was so like more free from the limited and free from like poison that we tell ourselves, free from limitations that we delude ourselves with, free from limiting perspectives, you know. But permission to exist. I feel like live your life absurdly. Like be gay, be queer. Like I want to see all the queer parts of you. That's it, literally. Like be gay, mother. Like I cannot be doing this on YouTube. They're probably gonna hate me in this video. It's probably gonna be banned. But listen, I want to see you. I want to see you, man. Let me see you. God, it's so good when you just let yourself go and you let yourself be open. Show yourself. Because I love you. Because I love you. You, though, like, you know, you, mate. I love you at the very heart and the core of things. I just love you. Do you know what I mean? And you love you. As much as you may have all these things, you know, whatever, sort of, oh, Christ, sort of like, you know, you might have all these things attached onto you that just aren't telling you the truth about yourself, but you know somewhere here, oh, I just love you in your authentic expression for all that you are. I love you unconditionally, and so do the stars. So does the sun, the moon, and the stars. And eek, eek, eek. I'm gonna go because this shade's about to get me. But I love you so much, and I give you permission to live your life absurdly. Be absurd. Be absurd. For the love of God, be absurd. Okay? And be unapologetic about it. Like I'm in the public. Do you understand? I'm in the public with looking like this. Things out. This is out. I'm going, live your life absurd. I did a little kick in the air. Like, do you know what I mean? You just got, yeah. Just found something we're all gonna love. I'm gonna end the video on this. Sorry for picking. I don't mean to pick. I know it's bad to pick, but listen. Love to. This is my wish come true, is that you live your life absurdly and love every part of yourself and let yourself go and crack open so I can see you. Thank you so much. That's so hard. And a fairy was born. No, that's brilliant, guys. I absolutely love you so much with all my heart. Be crazy, be weird, and be absurd. I love you. Ta-da now, my loves. Ta-da.